This week in VCT, Champs groups have been released, T1 already making changes, and it's been a very busy week for challenges. But before we get into that, let's first talk about Champions groups has been released, and there's been some interesting groups, we'll say. So if you don't know the groups, so Group A basically has Fnatic, DRX, Crew, and Bilibili Gaming. Group B has Gen G, FPX, Team Heretics, and Sentinels. Group C has Leviathan, Team Vitality, Trace Esports, and Talon Esports. And Group D has Edward Gaming, G2 Esports, PaperX, and Foot Esports. Group B is going to be very interesting to watch. It has both Masters, Madrid, and Shanghai winners. They even have the Farmless as well for Team Heretics. I do feel bad for FPX though, but I'll be honest, FPX could easily surprise us of how they've been performing, so that can easily happen. Group A will be interesting. Could Billy Gaming do a repeat of what they did last year and upset a very prominent team? Could be Fnatic. I don't know. Could be DRX. I don't know. Billy Gaming might maybe make it to the playoffs, but obviously anything can really happen. Group C, which I also called the T group because I mean, 3 out of the 4 teams obviously starts with T. Leviathan, I expect them to make it from a Group C. The second seed is interesting because you could go either way. You could say Team Vitality of how they've been performing. I mean, how Safe has been an absolute animal. Trace Esports could maybe surprise some people. I mean, how we saw how great Kai was in the low bracket semifinals, I believe, against FPX. So we know how great he can be. And Talon Esports can throw up some wacky ass shit and still somehow win. And how Primey as well in his first in his inaugural team in VCT to then make it the champs is actually pretty impressive there from Primey. So well, we'll see what really happens there with Group C. And Group D, this is a bit difficult because some of these teams have been very inconsistent. I mean, Paper X, they didn't even make it to the grand final. G2 is maybe the most consistent team, I'll be honest. Edward Gaming were pretty bad in Shanghai. Foot Esports were pretty good. So, I mean, I won't be surprised if Foot does make it to does make it to playoffs. Paperx might maybe, G2 maybe, Edward Gaming. I'm not too sure because there's quite a lot of these teams that can actually somehow make it to the playoffs, but we'll see what really happens. I will be releasing my pick'ems pretty soon as well for the group stages as well. And we do have one change in the roster, which is from T1. Coach Stunner has left the team, and maybe the biggest surprise as well, Sayaplayer has benched himself to be a restricted free agent. This will be a massive blow for T1 if Sayaplayer does actually leave. Now there are obviously quite a lot of rumors of who can, who can maybe go T1. I think I've seen rumors that Yoba might be going there. 10-10 or something. Maybe not 10-10. I can't actually remember. I know Persia was one of them, which is quite surprising. Persia has applied for Simpraza Gaming and used to be just like Carpe, an Overwatch player. Coincidence? I think not. But Stunner leaving is I mean I'm not surprised. I'll be honest. He is the Canadian coach for T1, so I'm not really surprised. But as well having both Rossi gone as well, I think that's basically confirmed, and Sayaplayer also gone possibly. Yeah, T1, I expect him to struggle coming the next season because I mean Rossi, he was maybe the most consistent player for this team this year. And now that they've changed everything, and it looks like they will be going fully Korean, it's gonna be interesting to watch though. But I mean, if Cyberplay does leave, where could he go? That's obviously the main question. Could he go back to Americas? I mean, he has great English, I just want to say. His English is phenomenal. So there is a chance that maybe he might maybe go back to Americas and maybe play there. Could he maybe go to a different team in Pacific? Could he maybe go to, I don't know, let's say maybe like DRX maybe, but I highly doubt that they really want to get rid of Buzz. Maybe not Genji because Texture is there. And maybe Talon? You can maybe go to Talon. Maybe definitely not Zeta. There are quite a lot of, I mean, there's maybe a few teams that Sayaplayer like the teams want Sayaplayer, like a player like Sayaplayer who is really consistent and pretty I mean all right on the duelist role as well. So but well, I mean we'll see what really happens to Sayaplayer, but if he does leave T1, where could he go? Now, this is going to be a pretty quick video regarding all the VCT stuff. So first off with Americas, and first off, G2 Esports, they did lose Leviathan in the grand final. I'm not surprised whatsoever, I'll be honest. I mean, G2, I'll give them this. G2 were really good, and they did make their way all the way. I mean, they were the second seed coming to the playoffs, so I'm not really surprised they did well here. But I mean, it's a great showing though either way from G2. Leaf was obviously MVP. It's still a great showing though because I mean this team is they're good. They're really really good. I mean IC has surprised me a lot this season. I mean like I keep saying when Nets left I was a bit worried, but at the same time it was needed because Net, I don't really want to be mean, but he was probably holding them back quite a lot. But now having a player like Icy who is a really good duelist player, and I was a bit of an unknown as well. Coming into this season when they did sign him, he's been doing really 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 well under the structure with Valorant as the IGL. So I mean, this is really good. Looking out for G2 coming to champs. Yes, there will be quite a lot of VODs regarding G2 esports, obviously. But at the same time, it does show that this team is very, very competitive on the international stage. But we'll see how they go in their first champs event since 2021, I believe. So it's been a while since they've been the champs. Maybe 2022 or something, but yeah, either way, we'll see how they go. And the final one is Leviathan, who won in the grand final. It was actually Mazzino actually getting MVP here. Yeah, I mean, Lev were just goated. They were just so good. I mean, what else I really have to say other than they were just absolutely amazing. I mean, Aspas, he's doing a great job. King as Guy Joe is great. Calm has been consistent. Tex has been consistent. Everyone has been really, really consistent as well. There's there was a couple duds as well, but it shows that this team is really, really good as well. So, and as well, they should be favorites as well coming to champs. They should be. I mean, having Aspas and Com, both of them have won champs for. I think as well, they are the only team to actually have multiple champs winners, I'm pretty sure, in their roster. If that's the case, there's going to be quite a lot of experience now for Leviathan. But at the same time, we saw how they were in Shanghai. They struggled, they choked, and there were some very questionable plays out of this team. If that is a repeat, I am very worried of the morale of the team, of who's leaving. Is Aspas going to be back on the free agent market? I don't really know, but in theory, Leviathan should be favorites for champs. And finally, skipping all the way down to Pacific. Yeah, it's quite a big jump. So DRX first. They did lose against Genji in the grand final. Buzz was MVP, and yeah, DRX kind of choked. It was looking good for DRX until it wasn't. Okay. I also want to say this about the Pacific production. Holy crap, they are amazing. I mean, they went to a completely different arena, just like in China. Both of them had amazing production, including as well with XG singing Undefeated. That was amazing. Really, really good job there by the entirety of the Pacific region. But for DRX, it's great that they're now back in champs. It's great because I was getting very worried for DRX throughout the season that if they were even going to make it to champs, are they going to somehow choke? But they have turned it up here. I mean, Fox 9, Flashback, Main, they've been they have been really, really impressive. Marco, this is like 2022, 2021 Marco all over again. Like, he's now looking like one of the best players in the world as the IGL, which is phenomenal. And I'll be going toe-to-toe with Munchkin is something. I mean, Munchkin, he has been IGLing for quite a while. I think he even IGL'd a Crazy Raccoon team, I'm pretty sure, back in 2021, I believe. So he's had quite a lot of experience of IGLing. But it's great that DRX are back. I know Achilles is having a massive stiffy right now, but it's great that they're back because these rookies, Bane, Flashback, Fox 9 has obviously played last year a bit as well. But now that these rookies are not coming in, are now looking to be the new face of DRX. it's great that those players are coming out to its own, and it's been working really, really well for them. So it's a great showing right now for DRX. And the final team is Gen G Esports, who did win in the grand final against DRX. Texture and Munchkin were my MVPs. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, Gen G, they have just been looking so good. And just like with Leviathan, they should also be favorites as well. I mean, they have been to every single grand final that they have competed in. They won the grand final kickoff, they won the grand final of Madrid, they won the grand final of Stage 1, with Shanghai, and now Stage 2. Could they go 6 in a row? I don't think that has ever happened before. I don't think it has, no, because Fnatic went to the grand final. I think if we talk about like last year, Fnatic went to the grand final 3 times, I believe, in Lock-in, Tokyo, and in the region, EMEA region. So yeah, this has never happened before. Like a team going to a grand final in every event that they have competed in. It's crazy. I have never seen this much of a dominance. And I remember like coming to this year. I mean, I was wondering. I didn't have any faith in Gen G because Charon was such an unknown. We had nothing. We don't know anything about Charon. We know that Munchkin has a really weird way of IGLing. We thought that Texture might not be the duelist, and Meteor will be the duelist. Having Lacarian was great, but he was a bit inconsistent during the D plus days. But it's been looking so good so far, and even having Solo as well was a massive question mark. But now this team is now looking like one of the best teams in Valorant as of right now, and it's crazy to me to say that considering that we have never had a Pacific team this dominant in VCT history. I mean, this is the first time this has ever happened. So hopefully Genji can continue to carry the torch for Pacific and possibly as well get Pacific their first champs trophy. And the final thing we're going to talk about is challenges. There's quite a lot of them, so buckle up. But let's first talk about North Polaris Split 2 results. It was Apex who continues their dominance and destroys Sweet and Sour in the grand final and will be as well representing North Region at Ascension for the second year in a row. Sweet and Sour will be in the play-in, so there's a possible chance there's going to be another North Region team. So the results as follows. Apex is first, followed by Sweet and Sour, Requiem, Only Fins, next, Methospod, Formulation Gaming, and Apenoy. I'm not even going to pronounce that team, but it's right there. France Revolution Split 2 now was Job Life, who continues their dominance in the French region this year, winning against Valiant 3-0 in the grand final. Valiant will be in the play-ins, while 7 through 8 will be in relegation. So the result as follows: we have Job Life, Valiant, Zarant, Mandatory, Cicadas Gaming, Acroma, Solari, and DVM. Pretty disappointing there for the Gentlemates Academy affiliate team, we'll say. I don't know what is with Turkey and having these upset like teams, but Split 2 now, it was another upset in the second year in a row that have been Pacific Esports from the promo/regulation tournament. And I'm pretty sure as well they came from the Premier tournament, which is crazy. We'll be representing Turkey at Ascension, and the team which will be in the play-ins as well will be Galacticus. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce the name. So results as follows: we have Pacific Esports, How Esports, Galacticus, Galsway Esports, Fireflex Esports, Papara Supermassive, S2G Esports, Istanbul Wildcats, Eternal Fire, and down in last place, it is Fenerbahce Esports. East Surge now. East Surge split 2 results, and new team will be representing the East region. That being Go Next Esports, the Polish team, after winning against Diamond Esports in the grand final. Diamond will be in the play-ins. So results as follows: we have Go Next Esports, Diamond Esports, Ascent, Trashcan, Chippy Charpers, B8 Esports, Nom Esports, Zero Tensity, Incognito, and finally down last place. It is ESC Gaming. MENA Resilience split 2 results, and we've seen Falcons winning a close 3-2 grand final against R8 Esports, and will be representing MENA for the second year in a row. R8 will be in the play-ins. So results for the top 4, which includes Team Falcons, R8 Esports, Nazar Esports, and now last place in 4th. it is United Gaming. It Italy split 2 results now. It was Zaire and EMEA Ascension, name a more iconic duo, as Zaire did win against Novo Esports in the grand final 3-0. Novo will be in the play-ins. So results as follows, which is Zaire, Novo Esports outplayed HG Esports, VX300 Gaming, Lone Team, Artson, and down last place, it is Axolotl. Portugal now, Tempest split 2 results. Saul returns to the EMEA Ascension stage to represent the Portuguese region for the second year in a row, beating PPP in the grand final 3-0. PPP will be in the play-in zone for Portugal. Results is Saul, PPP, Exotic Gaming, Impulse GW, GGC Esports, HOF Esports, Fuzos, and down last place it is For the Win, or FTW Likia FC. Finally, it is South Korea split 2 results. From the advanced stage, it is Simpraza Gaming, a team more well known for the Overwatch team, will be representing South Korea in the Ascension after beating Nongshim Red Force in the grand final 3-2. Results as follows, which is Simpraza Gaming, Nongshim Red Force, D+, SLT, 5th through 6th, which includes IM and Vec. 7th, it is Super Effect Esports, and down last place is Fear X, who was first in Split 1 for South Korea. And that is really about it for this episode of This Week in VCT, as we come up to champs for the final tournament, I guess to say, for VCT. But obviously VCL and game changes, I will be covering that as well. So now, like, good night, guys. Well, to like, comment, subscribe, it would really help me, especially on this channel. And I'll catch you guys all next time in the next video. Have a good one, everyone. Goodbye.